us a home. How about that? How about just giving people that need a home inside? Then we'd be inside.
Well, I'm doing it. I've had enough. I'm gonna head for D.C. Not coming back until we get some meaningful change.
Donald Trump was secretly planning to take over Washington, D.C. and turn it into a corporate-controlled freedom city.
Trump refused to send in the National Guard when insurrectionists violently attacked the nation's capital. But now he's sending them to D.C. for a non-existent crime wave.
The world is witnessing the death of America. Not from an outside force, but from a low-level con man, a pathological liar, a convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist that also inherited $400 million at birth and still managed to go bankrupt 6 times.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. White America, they are furious with Trump bringing military to DC, and of course those who voted for him, they're regretting for not listening to the people who tried to warn them, like black people. So guys, let's dive in. Credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I will come back with more commentary.
That is a blatant militarization of the capital of the city. He says it's because of crime and homelessness. But if militarization fixed crime and homelessness, we'd be living in the golden age by now. The concerning part is the fact that there are already hundreds of protesters, even though this was just officially announced 40 minutes ago. There are hundreds of protesters gathering outside the Capitol, and we very well could witness bad things happening. Because there's no telling how they will be treated. I'm kind of playing with words right now because my videos keep getting censored. There will undoubtedly be more. There's already hundreds, and it's only been, like I said, like 40 minutes. So please pay attention to the protests in LA. Please pay attention to the protests in DC right now. Please pay attention to everything because it's more important than ever right now. Project 2025 is almost 50% complete. When are we going to start believing that the things that this administration said they wanted to do are going to get done? They have done it, and they will continue to do it. This is a train that is chugging, and it is not going to stop for no reason. It's not going to just lose momentum.
Hey, I was right again. As usual, I'm always fucking right. Trump just finished his speech. He announced the military takeover of Washington, D.C. He also said that this is the first step. He's going to go for L.A., he's going to go for New York, he's going to go for Chicago. This is the military takeover of Washington, D.C. Fully expect every single one of your MAGA content creators, the right-wing funded pundits, to completely support this decision because they're incapable of making their own decisions. And if Donald Trump says it's okay, then it is okay. In the meantime, if you still have a functioning brain, this is the point of no return. This is the point of no return, okay? There's a lot of things I want to say, but I can't say them because this app is under their control as well. So pick up on what I'm putting down and understand that democracy is over. The American empire is over. Donald Trump has full and total control of every single sector of the American government. There is no separation of powers. There is no checks and balances. Donald Trump is an authoritarian dictator, and $50 says this post gets me banned.
Trump refused to send in the National Guard when insurrectionists violently attacked the nation's capital. But now he's sending them to D.C. for a non-existent crime wave, all to distract from his refusal to release the Epstein files. Trump is acting like a dictator, and he must be stopped.
So guys, the moment Trump called military in the DC, it's like a slap wake up call to everyone. And now they're like, oh, this is too much. Why are you doing this? Don't act like this. And many people, they are not supporting him with this. So we keep seeing white people react in furious way, disrespect. They are calling him embarrassed to American country, to Americans people. So guys, things are getting wild. Let's keep watching. Credit belongs to the owner of the videos. I will come back.
This is the point of no return. Trump's federalized takeover of Washington, D.C. has been his endgame all along. He wants to do this not just in D.C., where there, by the way, is no crime wave. Actually, crime has been down to historic lows recently. He plans on doing this in every blue city. And for everyone that's in my comment section right now, saying that this is a distraction, you're missing the plot. Those files are the distraction from all of this, from his full militarized takeover of Washington, D.C., and soon other cities, if we do not stand up and fight back. I am stuck in conference rooms for the rest of the afternoon. Please pay attention to our creators who are in D.C. I know Aaron is there. He said that there are protests happening outside the White House and they are continuing to grow. I'm honestly quite concerned about that, especially if they grow larger and night falls. What will the administration do?
Well, the day has finally arrived, the one that we warned everyone about, the one that is so clearly depicted in Project 2025. Trump has deployed the National Guard and the DC police to fight a situation that isn't even a problem. He has quite literally manufactured a problem so that we don't pay attention to the fact that we don't have the Epstein files, so that we just don't pay close attention to what he's trying to hide. That man will stop at nothing to make sure his agenda is pushed. And his agenda is not going to prison. His agenda is continuing to destroy the country piece by piece by piece until we are left with nothing but destruction and distractions. And yes, half the country voted for this.
Oh, I'm doing it. I've had enough. I'm gonna head for DC. Got all my stuff packed up. Not coming back until we get some meaningful change. How about you join me? I'm gonna take a couple weeks to get there. Let's see what we can do if we all meet up together. Peace.
So guys, remember, people try to warn other people, like, don't vote for this person. All the people who voted for him, this is your fault, because people try to warn you, like, this guy, he don't care about America, he's not going to put America first, he's going to do whatever he wants. But you guys, you refuse to listen. That's what people are pointing out, saying like, someone who voted for this, we never forgive them. But also we keep seeing people who voted for this thinking maybe they were manipulated, they thought like things was going to be opposite, stuff like that. But whatever happening, this is not okay for Americans people. As we keep seeing, we see the homeless, like they are taking them away. They don't know where they are taking them. It's like, put us in a house so we can live in a house. No one want or wish to live outside. So whatever happening, what keep happening, it's like people are not happy with whatever happening, and white people are so furious with all this. Let's keep watching, guys.
Okay. I just watched the entire hour-long White House press briefing where Donald Trump talked about the fact that he is going to be unleashing military police, the FBI, and the National Guard on DC to address the violent crime that is happening there. Remember when Donald Trump said in April 2020 that COVID might be able to be cured by ingesting Lysol or bleach? That's what I feel like I need for my brain right now. I'm gonna give you a really quick recap of all the things that he said. He said blowtorches 5 times. He talked about transgendered athletes in women's sports. He said, I'm very competent. He said, it's embarrassing for me to be up here. I agree. He claimed a liberal statistician has reported 0 undocumented immigrants are entering our country right now. He talked about Confederate statues. He talked about all the roads being improperly constructed in DC because designers decided they need 1/4 of an inch more curve. He held up charts but didn't explain what they mean. He said the FBI is going to replace the DC police. I don't think he knows what the FBI does. He took credit for the LA 2028 Olympics even though the bid was originally made under the Obama administration. He took credit for bringing the 2026 World Cup to America even though it is a joint bid between the US, Mexico, and Canada. He said he's visiting Russia next week. He's visiting Alaska. He talked about the ballroom and how amazing a real estate businessman he is. He said that the war between Ukraine and Russia is the worst war since World War II. He said Europe has only contributed $100 billion and the US has contributed over $300 billion to Ukraine. In actuality, the number is $84 billion that the US has spent, and Europe has spent $180 billion. He stated that for the good of Ukraine, they will need to give Russia the land Russia currently occupies. He said Russia is a mess and they have 11 time zones. I don't have any commentary because I don't actually even understand what I just watched.
So guys, as you saw, some people, they're saying maybe this is a distraction so people can stop talking about Epstein wrist, and that's why he's doing all this, so to change people's focus. So what do you think about, guys? What do you think about it? Do you think he's doing all this so to make people distracted to stop thinking about Epstein wrist, stuff like that? Do you think that's why he's doing all of this? Because many people keep saying like DC, Washington D.C. is one of the states we have where it's safe. Why are you focusing on where it's even safe? If we have more unsafe place, you should start from there. Why DC, stuff like that? People, they are not understanding what's really happening. And guys, if you understand more and if you have some ideas why he's doing that, please share it with us. So let's keep watching, guys.
The world is witnessing the death of America, not from an outside force, but from a low-level con man, a pathological liar, a convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist that also inherited $400 million at birth and still managed to go bankrupt 6 times. Yet he's convinced millions of Americans that he's their savior, that he's this great deal maker, that he's this great leader. It's almost, if it was a movie, we would go see it and we would think it was completely unrealistic. We would think enough people would rise up to stop him, just as we believed the Germans would do that before Hitler seized control of the country and murdered 6 million Jews. You guys, this is happening right now, and we are running out of time fast. Let's look at the facts. You think I'm exaggerating? He's got the courts locked up. He's got the judges
We have some news right now. We have another big protest breaking out in D.C. Hundreds of people are currently marching across the city right behind me. As you can actually see, it's not as big as the one from this morning. It's a few hundred people. And what they're marching against is what Donald Trump's takeover of the Washington D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Here you can see them right behind me. And at the front of the protest is a person holding a sign saying release the Epstein files, because that's ultimately what this is about. Many people say that this is just a distraction, which in a lot of ways it could be. But anyways, you have hundreds of people right now marching across DC, protesting Donald Trump's mobilization of the National Guard, protesting his federal takeover of the local law enforcement. So we'll see what happens. I'm on the ground. I'm not going anywhere. I'm providing you coverage every step of the way. Hundreds of people out here. We're good, we're safe. Follow along for more and subscribe to my Substack at the link in my bio to support my work. I'll have much more to come very soon.
Guys, actually the regret is Leo and Loud, but my question is like, what will happen next? What will happen next? What about those people who voted for him? Do you see this is what you voted for now? Do you see like the guy you voted for, he don't care about you, or he don't care, like we have people who are suffering across the country, but he's not like coming to fix this. He's also causing more problem and he don't care at all. I hope you're opening your eyes to that. And again, guys, let me know what you think. I really want to know what you think. Why do you think he's doing all this? Is it for attention? It's him trying to be him as always, or it's distraction? What do you think happening? So guys, I have a few clips I have left. Let's watch them. I will come back.
Well, breaking fuck the news. Everybody, everything we were screaming about has actually happened. Welcome to the Fourth Reich. I'm going to give you a breakdown. Me, bartender, and Christian just watched pretty much the entirety, not the whole thing, he started rambling at the end of Donald Trump's speech and about his military takeover of D.C. And yes, I said military takeover. Trump has said he's getting rid of the slums and the slums where criminals live. He knows it's not politically correct, but we are. He's going to change no cash bail in D.C. He's going to try to get rid of sanctuary cities in its entirety. 500 officers for multiple agencies and federal agencies are going to be working the streets of D.C., formally declaring a public safety emergency on D.C. Attorney General Pam Bondi is taking control of the Metro Police Department, and everything wrong in D.C. is because of woke culture, and will bring the military if needed, is what he said at first. Then Pete Hegseth immediately stood up right after that and said, under the president's guise, they have mobilized the National Guard to the D.C. area and will bring other special forces to come into the D.C. area if needed. The U.S. Marshal will be in charge of everything like going on. A U.S. Marshal will be in charge of everything pretty much going on in the works of the D.C. area, along with Pam Bondi and Pete Hegseth. They will be removing all homeless encampments all over D.C. They will try their best to take care of the homeless and house them if they can. 800 National Guard are to help remove encampments. Judges are letting killers go. These are just highlights of shit that was said. They're going to go after the D.C. Council and the ridiculous rules and laws they've set for the District of Columbia. Executive Order Section 40, this is what Donald Trump signed, that gave him complete and total control to send the National Guard into D.C., is Section 40 of the Home Rule Act. Also signed an executive presidential memo to utilize the National Guard, authorize state governors to use their National Guard as they see fit. Well, we fucking told you so. Welcome to the Fourth Reich.
So guys, let's actually get this one real. What's happening when Trump decided to bring military to DC, to the capital city of United States of America? Of course, there is confusion, there is anger, there is like frustration, and people, they don't trust him because of all this. They're like, what's this? This is division. This showing, what are you trying to show? There's many things you have to focus on, you have to fix. You promise us to give us America first, you promise us to give us best economy, but everything is opposite of your promise, and now you're doing all this. What's really going on? And I really understand where people are coming from, because this is not the way, this is not the time to do all this. There's other important things are going on with the people. So he seems not to care about that. He seems not to focus on that. That's why you keep seeing people pissed. Also, other people, they are like, oh, you are bringing on this because you want to distract us from Epstein this. Or we are still there, you have to show us. And you see people outside who are protesting also. They are calling on, like, we want to see Epstein this. We want to see, there's no way we change our mind. Others, they are calling on different things. And guys, do you really think he's doing all this to distract people? And we keep seeing homeless people asking themselves, where are you putting us? Where are we going to go? Are you going at least to find a place where we can stay? We are not enjoying to sleep outside. We also want to live in the house like other people. And people are like, you are not even focusing on fixing people's life who are living outside, who are homeless. You are just telling them, oh, remove them, take them away. I don't want them in capital city. Right, you don't want them in capital city. So do you have the solution to fix or to help these people who don't have a place to stay? That's a real question people should be asking themselves. He's a president, he needs to look after his people, right? So if the people are living homeless in the capital, yeah, that's not okay. I understand. But what's the solution are you bringing as the president, as a government? How are you going to fix? How are you going to help these people? That's the question. That's the real question. Do you have a place where you're going to give them life, give them house, maybe basic needs, teach them something, career or whatever, and they go to work? Or you're just that's the question. And I ask myself that question also. And do you think they will do that, or they're just like kicking them out of the capital? Because if it was like to help them, that would be good. But if it's just to kick them because you think like you don't want them in capital, it's just capital of the country, it's not the right way to go with that one. That's what I think. So guys, I have actually few comments from the people. We are going to read what the people think about the situation because it's going viral everywhere on TikTok, on Instagram. It's everywhere about the protest. But as the people, I keep seeing people saying like on the national news in the US, there's nothing there. So I don't understand why is that happening. But to be honest, let's read the comment. The first one say this war situation feels like bitter pill for many to swallow. People are realizing now how much they underestimated the warnings from Black community about potential for unrest and systematic failure. It's frustrating to watch, but maybe it's finally the push we needed to pay attention and make change. The second comment say, I'm seeing so much anger online, not just at the military presence, but at the political leaders who ignore sign for so long. It's like people are mad at themselves too because they didn't want to face uncomfortable truth until it got really bad. Hopefully this leads to some real self-reflection. I think it's trying to say like at the end we have people have to blame themselves because many of them they voted for this. So the third one say like the embarrassment is real. You can tell from the tone of some reaction that people are regretting their early dismissiveness, but regret isn't enough. We need action and accountability. This moment could be the worst or could be the good one to learn from it. So the fourth one say, watching this unfold, I'm struck by how divided the country still is. The military being called in shows how far tension, how escalated, and it's sad that warnings went unheard for so long, but it's highlighted the importance of raising those voices and now and not turning away. The last one say like I think the anger and frustration could be turning point, but only if we don't let it die down. Black voice have been trying to warn us for years, and now that the situation has escalated, it's on all of us to finally pay attention and support real reforms. Otherwise, this will just be another missed opportunity. So, guys, honestly, let me know what you think. If you know more about the situation, you know why all this is happening, or you have some ideas, please educate us in a comment, because at the end of the day, this content is for education purpose. We are not attacking anyone. We are trying to learn from each other, so to make the better solution in future. So guys, subscribe to the channel if it's your first time. I really appreciate that. Share the content with your friends and family. Thank you so much. I'll see you next one. Bye.